Hi everyone. So, because I was in the middle of a summer semester at my school, I wasn't able to participate in the Game Makers Toolkit Game Jam. But I wanted to talk about my experience making games not in that Game Jam. And here we have the first game I ever shipped. And I don't think it's particularly good. The jump is a little floaty, and there's not too much challenge to it. And also,
You win! Yay!
yeah. I say you win, yay. That's my sound effect there, and then you can just
You win! Yay!
get that as many times as you want. And I designed it to have like 2 different paths that you could take. But one of them is just like not quite.
You win! Yay!
Not quite as fun to do, not quite as easy. I want it to be like if I needed to test something like the fast sort of developer way. But
You win! Yay!
even for me, it's easier just to go the other way. But I mean, it's finished, And that's kind of what I want to talk about today. So this is kind of how I left it, the project, when I shipped it. So you can see that almost nothing is named. So this collision shape right here, right? That's obviously should be named something like goal. And direction light, like I have two lights. If you can see if I turn this one off, it sort of, the game gets a lot moodier. Actually, I think this is kind of cool too, but I'm not sure if I like the other one with or without the light, but that should be named. I haven't looked at the code. It's probably pretty messy. So that's just the signal, and then we've got the character body 3D here. Okay, so it's pretty much the same. I added coyote time to it. That's basically it. And then this right here, that code right there, if I fall off, it resets. And that's literally just a hard-coded position because I couldn't figure out a better way to get that going. But I finished, It's finished, it's out there, you can play it. I don't think you should play it, it's not good. But you could play it if you wanted to. Let's see, so world environment, and that's just, what does this even do? I'm not gonna mess with that. Direction light 3D, let's call that, I don't know, bloom? Character body 3D, red player yeah, and then I've got 2 different sound players rather than 2 different, like it's not, I guess that's not the worst way to do it. Oh yeah, and this node, this blue box right here. Wait, what even is node 3D here? Does that do anything? Yeah, and you can see. So sort of this is why you name things. Spawn point. I was trying to get the spawn to I was trying to have a node that held that rather than just code. So get rid of this. That won't do anything because it doesn't. Okay, what is this? What? Yeah, that doesn't seem to do anything. Let's see if this still works. And so that's why you should start out, if you're starting a game development, with a small game. Like a really small game, like this is 1 level, There's one character, there's no NPCs, there's no enemies, nothing. And basically the reason is that making games is hard.
You win! Yay!
This one took me probably a week at least to put together, because I had to watch, I was watching tutorials, I was figuring out all the software, because this level was made in Blender, so I had to learn some, a couple little tricks for Blender. I had to learn all the stuff I needed for Godot. I had to learn how to do a coyote jump. Yeah, so that's just what I wanted to say. If you're starting out building games, this is an example of a game you probably want to make. You don't want to make an MMO. You don't want to make, even a platformer with 2 levels. You want to make something and finish it and put it out there and let it sit for a bit and then come back to it and think, okay, well, I've gotten better since I finished this thing. How can I fix it up? And so probably what I'm going to do is, mess with this player script, because as I said, the jump is pretty floaty. So we can mess with these values or actually we can mess with the gravity first of all to make the cube heavier so it's not as floaty. But then if we mess with that, then the level is based on this controller, so we need to, because see this gap between this block and this block. I tried this earlier. If you turn the gravity up, then this jump isn't makeable, so you have to adjust the level. And if I'd made 3 levels, if I made 5 levels, if I made 10 levels, and I'd left and come back and decided, I need to fix the jump or whatever, then any gap like this in any of those levels I have to fix now because the jump is different. So I'm not an expert by any means. I don't know that I'm really capable of giving advice broadly in the game development space, but for this specific case, I can show you my experience and I can show you my understanding of the problem and the solution, and hopefully you can learn something. Alright, thanks so much.